Hello, beautiful soul. How are you? Melissa Claire here, coming in live and direct on this beautiful day of 11/11. I'm going to see if anyone shows up. It was so much fun to have so many of you on my live the other day. I appreciate you. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa Claire, and I love to support female entrepreneurs, women in business, to allow you to really step up in your visibility for your business, but also for your life, for your dreams, for yourself. I really specialize in supporting you to understand where you're holding yourself back and keeping yourself in this pattern, in this loop, so that you can really create from a space of authenticity. So welcome to this 11/11 portal. Before I begin, what it's all about is align my energy. So if you want to take a deep breath in with me, reset your nervous system. Maybe you've had a busy day. If you're watching us on the replay, please put replay below. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. So let's take a nice deep breath in together. For 3, hold for 3, and exhale for 6. So as you can see in the title, it's stop forcing your visibility and allow your energy to show up authentically. Why? Because the algorithm feels it, the universe feels it, your clients feel it, and of course, you feel it. Maybe you are creating a lot of content. You feel like you're on this roller coaster of trying to get ahead, and it's just not seeming to get the results that you want. And so what are we taught in society when we keep moving forward? To keep moving forward, to try harder, to oftentimes put ourselves down, to think maybe it's not for us, to second guess our dreams and our desires. And what does that do? That creates a painting in your mind, right? In your subconscious mind is probably going to try to stop you. So this is why I want to come online with you and talk about why in marketing, especially when it comes to these digital platforms, it's so important to really align your energy. And what does that mean? Your energy is created through your emotions, from the way that you feel as you're speaking to yourself, as you're creating your things, as you're moving on your day. And your frequency is the level of consciousness that you have in it. There is this scale of emotions, and so gratitude is one of the highest frequencies. So what you can do at the end of your day, if you've had a difficult day, you can literally, it's an exercise that's called what went well. And so you just write down and you think about what went well in my day. And as you're doing that, you're priming your subconscious mind and your reticular activator to look for what went well. And it's crazy, as you're creating within yourself this new reality, you're going to start creating that reality in your outside world. And that's precisely why I have these sort of sad but beautiful roses. And I actually found these on the beach. And, when do you find roses on the beach? I've lived on the beach for years. I've never found roses. But the crazy thing was, like, literally Saturday night, since we're in the, portal from November 1st to November 11th, I've really been clearing out beliefs and energies that no longer serve me so that I can allow and align to new ones. And so just like a glass of water, like this is dirty water. If I want to put new water in here, I got to pour it out. And that's the same things with things in your life, old belief patterns, old clothes, old ways of being. Like, what can you let go of? What can you pour out so you can pour more of what you desire to come into your life? And so I was thinking about this, and I started to have this vision of me in a wedding dress. And I started thinking about how I want to have more, more love in my life, more commitment, with my couple, and even with my business, with myself, with my dreams, of showing up, of believing, like that commitment of saying yes every single day. That starts to prime your subconscious. It starts to prime your conscious mind to take different actions. So I was thinking that, and the next day I walk out on the beach and I walk over to this place that I never walk, and there is an arc of white roses from a wedding the night before. And I see these beautiful roses abandoned on the beach from a wedding the night before. And as I'm picking them up, it's like I'm thinking about, wow, like what are the chances of me finding these wedding day roses? And as I'm walking down the beach, everyone's like smiling at me. And I see a neighbor and she's like, "You're going to get married." And it was just like, is this real? Is this reality? So reality is this construct that we want to believe that it's solid, but nothing's solid because as I'm speaking to you, I'm just, numbers and data. And from the time we began to now, it's time passing. So nothing is solid. My hand's moving, as you know, right? So your right now, your business as it is, if you're pushing hard, if you're saying, if I don't work harder, I'm not going to get the results I want, and you're in that push hard without that vision of what you really want to create, how do you think you're going to show up on a daily basis for your calls, for your clients, for your content, for yourself, for your family? And I say this with so much love because this is what we must really understand, the energetics behind everything. One of my first mentors was Dr. Joe Dispenza. And yeah, that's not really has to do with marketing, but has everything to do with marketing. Because when you change your energy, you change your life. And when you allow yourself to align your energy, 1111 portal, when you allow yourself to get really clear on your vision, when you allow yourself to feel really good before you begin anything, you're shifting into a new possibility. Quantum physics, it's like you have the wave, which is the possibility. And they say that all possibilities are in superposition. So that means that these flowers were there waiting for me, right? They were in superposition waiting for Milissa to come by and claim them and grab them and bring them home and appreciate them. And you want to think about your audience and your clients like that. There are clients out there who are waiting for your services. There is someone that is there waiting for your message. The other day, what came through to me was magnetic money vortex. Because the word money and magnetic, if you can imagine yourself being this magnetic money vortex, and what are you magnetizing into? You're magnetizing how you can support other people with your talents, with your services, with your online business. So I've worked with doctors, I've worked with authors, I've worked with marketing experts, I've worked with women who also work in the online space creating content. I've worked with real estate sales professionals. I've worked with women who want to begin their brands, who are, what do you call them? Where they help people to get dressed, where they're not designers, but they're fashion coordinators. Sorry, there's a different word in Spanish. The women that I work with, they have this vision of what they want to create. Or they're women who have been through difficult things in their life, and they found the tools to move themselves and their clients to that next level. Coaches, mentors, specialists, women who work with women just for their money story. And so I want to allow you to walk away with 3 tools, all right? The number 1 tool, I just want to remind you, 1111, 111, right? 1111. We are one. We are creating one. We are creating from that one source, that one divine source that is coming through us, looking through our eyes, and allowing us to exist. And that energy, when you connect to it, and you connect to that higher vision, and you allow yourself to be the conduit of that imagination and bring it to your vision, That is your most important gift you can bring to your life. So, wherever you are in your business right now, take time every single day when you wake up in the morning to align with that vision. Imagine yourself getting on that plane, right? Imagine there's a plane and it's waiting for you. And it's the portal of your next level of money, of success. But when you get on that plane, you're carrying this really heavy backpack. And you put that backpack on your legs and it's heavy. And you can see in there all those old beliefs. And those beliefs served you up until today, up until this point. You say thank you to them. All of those old beliefs that were holding you back, maybe, or keeping you in a certain level of allowing yourself to show up. And you allow yourself to put that bag away and just to enjoy the ride. And you allow yourself to move forward in lightning speed on this fast moving plane to that next possibility. And so what I want to say with this is, remember that you are a divine being, and that consciousness within you is the way that you can start to create content that is more aligned and more fun, because forcing it is not going to help you. Do you think that an incredible playwright, an incredible musician, actor, screenwriter, producer, do you think that they were forcing themselves to create? Do you think that novel is created from someone's like, I gotta write this novel? No, it is created from that space of authentic flow, aligning the energy with the vision, then doing the work, and then allowing yourself to go out and to offer it, to sell it. Selling is of service, right? So in the magnetic visibility method, that is my most important first part. And so that's what I want to invite you to, what I would love for you to walk away, the second point today. Number one is really aligning your energy, your vision, and allowing yourself to move forward. The second thing is where is your ideal client right now? Where are they at? Like my ideal client, like I said, is they're a woman who's specialized in a lot of things, but sometimes they get tired of being online. They wear themselves out. They're not feeling creative or inspired. They're wondering, what is the best strategy for me to implement with all of these different platforms? What do I do next? Where do I go next? And what I love to do with my clients is really see, okay, where are you at? And what are you feeling? What are you believing every day? So where is your client at? Where is your client at? And where were you at? And how can you help them to get to where they want to go? You know, Russell Brunson talks about the bridge. I call it the rainbow bridge, right? Because your ideal client is here, and with your offer, you want to bring them to a resolution. You want to help them. So if you're not really clear on that offer and how you're supporting your client, well, that's going to make you show up with a scattered frequency. And then going beyond that, if you're not really clear on your offer and you're afraid to ask for the sale because you have beliefs about yourself, your worthiness, and what you believe that you can attract into your life, then it's going to even be more difficult to launch that and to sell it and to create it. And so that's why step number one is so important. Because if you remember that you are this divine being that comes to create and to share and to give, and what you have been through or the talents that you have are here to support somebody else, then you're not going to allow yourself to stop. Because you know that you're aligning with what you truly desire. And when you do that, when you show up authentically and you align with that, and you become that version of you, this is the third step that I want to share with you today. Be the version of you that you want to become. Allow yourself to think, act, feel, and create from that future vision of what you desire to experience. Because it's not separate from you. You are it. It's not like you're one container here becoming another container. You are always that container. You are fluid. You are the water. You are the energy. You are the frequency. You are the algorithm. And so the more you create from that space, the more you show up authentically, the more you show up for your dreams, for your vision, and it just moves with fluidity. And so those are the 3 steps. And if you would love to learn more about this, of course, I've created an incredible free guide for you. It's called the Magnetic Visibility Guide. And if you would like to get that, please write below guide, or I'll be putting the description in the link below. So remember, get clear on your vision. Remember you are divine. Know what you desire desires you. Number 2, get really clear on where your ideal client is at and how you can help bridge, how you can create that rainbow for them to get those very clear results. Have a very clear offer that will help them to get those results they want and make it easy for them to follow your protocol so that they can create that result. Remember that your money story is always changing. It's just a story like all other stories. So when you're going on your ride ahead, remember to clear out that old baggage, those old stories, those old beliefs. Know that you are divine and you are worthy. And when you are showing up and you are charging and you are earning for what you desire, that is the greatest service you can do for you, for your clients, and for your life. So I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Melissa Claire. If you would like that free magnetic visibility guide, just write the word magnetic below, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy 11/11.